Hey y'all, it's Jen and welcome to my channel Ifers Inklings. This is my intro for my next week reading vlog. This is going to be September 3rd through the 9th or somewhere around in there. And I think this is going to be my 9th or 10th vlog. So let me know what you're thinking of these, if you want me to continue, which I'll probably continue anyway because I'm enjoying them. But anyway, I will leave it at this and segue into Monday's video. Hey guys, it is Monday, September 3rd. It's Labor Day. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I've been up out of bed for about an hour now. Not that I've been asleep this whole time. I've just been lazy and laying in bed. Watching a bunch of YouTube videos and that kind of thing, and whining to myself about how bad my legs hurt from doing all those squats and lifts and bends from reorganizing my bookshelf a couple of days ago. So what is on my plan for today? I am going to finish my audiobook of Becky Albertalli's The Upside of Unrequited. And I am currently sitting here at my living room coffee table that it actually lifts up. This coffee table's so cool. Ignore all my mess, y'all. But see, it's like a desk. And I'm working on my bullet journal here. I've got laundry going. You might be able to hear the washing machine in the background there. Later on, I will fold laundry. I've got to do some meal prep stuff and edit videos. So that's on my agenda for today. I've got to take a shower and clean my bathroom and that kind of fun adulting stuff too. But all of that will be done while listening to an audiobook. Right now the plan is to finish Upside of Unrequited, and then I've got Quiet, the nonfiction introvert book, that's up next on my to be read audio or to be listened to list. So that's it. I will check back in with y'all in a little while. Bye. Hey y'all. It is just before midnight or right at midnight on Monday, going into Tuesday the 4th, and I am getting ready to do my nighttime routine stuff. Got to brush my teeth, floss. I'm going to put on this face mask. And while that face mask is on, I'm going to do a little bit of reading in this thing. But I've been pretty productive today, despite the fact that I didn't get out of bed till 2. I finished Becky Albertalli's The Upside of Unrequited. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was okay. It was cute. It wasn't anything spectacular. You know, I couldn't really relate because even though I thought I was a fat girl in high school, I really wasn't. Looking back on it, I wish I was as fat now as I thought I was back then, kind of thing. But I have been kind of a fat girl most of my adult life, so I can kind of understand it from that perspective, but I didn't have the same problems as her as she did in high school, so it wasn't as relatable for me as I know it is for a lot of people. And I found some of the characters, I just didn't like them, so I didn't enjoy the book as much as I thought I would. But it was cute, and I can see why people really love it. And then I have started Quiet, and it's the introvert book. Something I don't even know what the whole name thing of it is, but it's about being an introvert in a world that kind of favors loudness. And I'm actually really enjoying this one. It makes a lot of sense, and I can relate to it because it's totally me. And yeah, so there we go. That's it. I am going to listen to more of that tomorrow. My audiobook expires in 2 days on it, and so I've got to get it done. But it's going fast. I'm able to listen to this one on 2 times speed, and so it'll be done pretty quick. Yeah, so that's it for now. I've got some videos to edit tomorrow and to get uploaded. because I want to stick to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Of course, today's Monday and tomorrow's video won't go up. Or today's video won't go up until tomorrow, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. But I want to really try and stick to that. I've got plenty of content. Everything I want to post is already recorded for the month, with the exception of my Amazon's first read for September and my weekly vlogs. So that's all I have to record. And, you know, I may throw in a tag here or there if I'm tagged in something, or if I find a tag that I really am excited about doing. So that's it. This is a long update. Yikes. But I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to get my nighttime routine stuff done, and I'm going to go to bed. I will check back in with y'all sometime tomorrow. Bye. Hey y'all, it is Wednesday night. It's about 10:15. This glare's killing me. I've got my computer right here. I guess I'm just gonna be updating you at night every night from here on out, because that's just how I am apparently. I had a really busy day at work, so I did get to listen to my audiobook. I finished Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain. And I've got to say, I absolutely loved this book. It's a nonfiction book, obviously, about the differences between introverts and extroverts, and how introverts are perceived as, and how introversion is thought to be the less, what's the word I'm looking for, the less quality in a business environment. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But extroversion is definitely valued in our country right now, and in our society. And it was interesting to hear how all the studies that have been paired against introversion and extroversion all come back to say that the businesses that have leaderships, people that are actually introverts, are more successful in the long run than those that have their leadership staff as extroverts. It also talked a lot about how children are grouped in school, and how the school environment right now is set up for an extrovert society, or for extroverts to succeed, and how damaging that is for introverts. And you see that all the time. I mean, I work in a middle school, and yeah, it is absolutely set up for group work and group think and that kind of thing. And in the real world, like, my job is a solo job. I don't consult with anybody. No, we're not doing group work for bookkeeping or accounting or whatever. So it really talked about that. It also talked about how relationships, how people, if you've got an introvert and an extrovert in a relationship, how that can sometimes be a good thing, or it can be a bad thing. And how, if you're in a relationship if two introverts are in a relationship, how that could sometimes be a good thing versus a bad thing, kind of the pros and cons. And it was just really interesting to me. I just found it fascinating. I did give it 5 stars, and I really recommend everyone listen to it or read it or whatever. I could see that the material would be pretty dry if you were reading it. I did listen to it on 2 times speed, and I was able to follow along just fine and get through it without it being overwhelmingly dull. But again, I was fascinated by it because I'm an introvert. I actually may be more of an ambivert, because I do have some extrovert qualities at times, or maybe I'm an introvert posing as that can pose as an extrovert at times, but I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Moving on. I am between books right now. I don't know what I want to listen to next. So I haven't downloaded a new one yet. I need to do that tonight though. I'm fixing to get in the shower and get ready for bed. I have obviously work at my regular job tomorrow, and then I have a job interview after work for a third job because I'm a crazy person. This next week, this weekend is going to be crazy. Friday, I work my regular Monday through Friday job, and then I work my second job. I will be ushering for the Bobby Bones show here in Little Rock. I'm excited about that. And then Saturday, I work doing some kind of ushering. I forget what the show is, but that's at my second job too. And then Sunday, we're having a birthday party for Jillian because Jillian's 10th birthday is on Monday. So we're going to do a family birthday on Sunday, and I have a Girl Scout training I have to do. So yeah. Because Jillian will be selling fall product. It's Candies and Nuts, a fundraiser for her Girl Scout troop. And I have to be trained for that, which cracks me up because I was the trainer. I was the fall product, or I was the product sales manager for 10 years for the service unit. But now I have to go to the trainings before Jillian can sell. It always cracks me up because things don't change that much. Anyway, I'm going to end it for Wednesday. I will check back with y'all tomorrow. I'll let you know how my job interview goes. Hopefully I'll get the job. I am applying to, it's a bartender waitress position at a local restaurant here. So hopefully I'll get that because I'm looking to boost my income, obviously. So I can stock some money away to move in a few years. That's my goal. And that's end goals things for me. So anyway, that's it. I have rambled on way too much here and talked about quite a bit of nothing. Yeah, so I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow, and yeah, bye. Hey y'all, it is about 10 minutes before midnight. It's still Wednesday. I just finished The Beauty That Remains by Ashley Woodfolk. I'm giving it 3.5 stars, and let me tell you about this book, y'all. I started it, according to Goodreads, on February 3rd. It is now September 5th. That is how long it took me to read this book. And I know a lot of it is because it has a lot to do with grief, and that's a hard subject matter for me. But I had a hard time really caring about the characters, and this book has a lot of characters in it. And I think that was probably a big part of my problem. When you have a book about teenagers who are all dealing with grief because of the loss of someone they love, and you can't connect with the characters, even though one of the main characters actually 2 of the characters lost their sister. And as y'all know, I recently lost my sister, and I still couldn't connect with the characters. There's a problem. There was a little bit of a disconnect for me. And I couldn't figure out why it has bothered me so much, but ultimately these characters, there's 3 characters that are talked about after death, and the other, there's like 6 to 8 characters that are somehow connected to the 3 that have died. And it's told from 3 main points of view in alternating chapters. And we've got Shay, whose sister Sasha died from, I believe it was leukemia. And Sasha was dating Ronan, who was the guitarist in the band Unraveling Lovelies. And then we have Autumn's point of view, whose best friend Tavia is killed in a car wreck. Tavia is Dante's sister, and Dante was the drummer for Unraveling Lovelies. And then we have Logan, whose ex-boyfriend Bram ends up killing himself, and Logan is the lead singer for Unraveling Lovelies, and it follows their story and through their grief process, really. And so what really bothers me more than anything is that the two girls, Shay and Autumn, their grief process looked very similar. And sure, that happens a lot too, but everyone deals with grief differently. And to me, showing that the three boys dealt with grief in three completely different ways was more authentic than showing these two girls dealing with grief exactly the same way. And that really bothered me a lot. It also really kind of bothered me that the three band members, who all three lost somebody, didn't realize that the three of them had lost someone close to them until like the last 5% of the book. Okay, that makes no fucking sense, y'all. So all in all, I mean, the writing was pretty good. It was okay. The concept was good. That's what kind of bumped it up to a 3.5 star for me instead of just a 3-star read. But again, I still had a lot of problems with this book. I'm glad that it's done at this point. It wasn't horrible, and this is a debut novel for Ashley Woodfolk, and I would definitely give her another chance. Because like I said, I really enjoyed the style, but I don't think the voice of these characters were different enough or authentic enough for me. And like I said, I didn't connect to any of the characters, and I really should have been able to connect to these characters, at least one of them, and I didn't. And for a book about grief, where two of them lost a sibling, I haven't cried at all. And, I mean, most books like this make me cry. And so, I mean, I think that shows how much of a disconnect I have to these characters. So with that said, I am going to now lay down and go to sleep. I may start another Kindle book. I don't know. And I don't know what one it is. I've got a bunch that I need to get through from, that I got ARCs from NetGalley, that I think they've all released at this point. So I'm like really far behind, because it took me February, March, April, May, June, August, September. It took me 8 months to read one book. And that's ridiculously long for me. So I may also cruise the library website and check out an audiobook, because I need to do that as well. And I don't know what I'm in the mood for it either, but that's it for this update. Wednesday is going to be a long update, guys. Sorry. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday probably won't. Sunday, probably not going to have a lot there. But anyway, we'll see. I will check back in with y'all at some point tomorrow. Bye. Hey, guys. It's Thursday. It's Thursday, September 6th, and last night I mentioned that I had finished both of my audiobook and my Kindle book, and I did start Free Fall Summer on my Kindle, and I can't remember the author's name. I just read like a page or two on it, and this was an ARC that I received through NetGalley, and so I'm a little bit behind on that, because my last ARC took me 8 months to read. This one surely won't take that long. Not really sure what it's about yet. I don't remember. And I'm not far enough into it at this point. But I know it's a YA, possibly middle grade, but I'm pretty sure it's YA. And it has something to do with parachuting. That's all I've gotten so far. Then I did start an audio book this morning, and I went with 5 Summers by Una LaMarche, and it's a YA contemporary about kids that go to camp every year, 4 girls that are best friends, and of course there's boys involved too, and this is kind of like a reunion of their summers, and it kind of flips back and forth in between time. And it's a little confusing right now because there's so many characters, and they all kind of sound the same because they're YA. They're like 13, 14-year-old girls at summer camp, and so right now, not that their personalities are all alike, but the voice that they're written in is very similar, and so I'm kind of having trouble separating them right now and keeping track of who's who and what means what, and all that. So I'm enjoying it though. I mean, it's a YA contemporary, and I'm listening to the audiobook version of it, so it is what it is. So with that said, I'm fixing to edit my Contemporary-a-thon blog, although I'm almost positive I'm going to fail horribly at it because I had a job interview today and I got the job. It was really interesting. I went in, talked to the guy for about 10 minutes, and he's like, give me a minute, I'm going to run back and grab your application, and we'll continue talking. And he came back to the table and handed me a stack of new hire paperwork. So I'm like, I guess I got the job. And then after I was finished filling that out, we talked about my schedule, and I start training on Wednesday. So your girl's gonna be busy because that's my third job that I picked up. My second job is kind of I can work when I want to with it. Like, it's not work at that job isn't guaranteed, and it's not something that I have to do to keep the job. It's working with our local convention center does performances, and it's some of the local performances and ticket taking and ushering. Of course, this weekend, there's 2 shows back to back, Friday night and Saturday night, and I am working both of those. I get to usher for the Bobby Bones show, and I'm ticket taking for the Johnny Mathis band on Saturday. So it will be interesting. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm going to be busy, and it's going to be not a lot of time to read. But that's okay, because my goal for working these other jobs is to supplement my income, pay off some debt that I've got. I don't have any credit cards or anything, but I do have like some medical bills that I need to get paid off, and I want to pay off my car and get some equity built up in my house, and I've got some repairs that needs to happen on my house, that kind of thing, so that I can put it on the market and get rid and sell it so I can move to Kansas City. And this is a long-reaching goal. This is part of my 5-year plan, you should say. I'd like to be in the process of in the next 3 years getting ready to put my house on the market, and then I know it's probably going to take a year or so for it to actually sell, and then I'll be moving. That's my plan. But I also want to have enough money for a down payment on a house in Kansas City, and for moving expenses and paying movers and that kind of thing, because I don't want to have to figure this out myself. So I'm going to hire somebody and let them do it. So that's my goals right now, and how all these jobs fit into it. Hopefully I'll be able to still read some and get some sleep and record some videos. So I'm sure it'll work out fine. I've got plenty of time in the day. I just have to get a little bit more focused and organized and stick to a schedule. But we can do this, and it'll be worth it in the end, right, guys? So excited. But anyway, that's that, and I will check in with y'all later on. Bye. Hey y'all, it's me. It's Friday. It is about 5 o'clock. It is September 7th. Yeah, 7th. And I got nothing done today. Didn't listen to an audiobook, didn't get to read anything. I was helping on the front desk all day long, and we were busy as shit today. Just constant phone ringing and everything, because we have parent-teacher conferences on Monday, and so parents were all freaked out about scheduling conference at times. So phone rang off the wall today, and there was, anyway, whatever. It was busy at work today. And I'm sitting in the parking lot, in the parking garage here for my second job. I'm working it tonight, and I don't have to clock in until 6, so I've got about 45 minutes before I'll head inside. But I wanted to get a good parking spot, and I live so far away it wouldn't have made any difference to go home or anything. So just hanging out here in the parking lot, and I'm going to relax for a little bit and just kind of clear my mind for tonight's chaos, and then see where it goes from there. But so no reading today, so no reading update. I'm at 26% of 5 summers, which I think that's where I ended the video with last night. So nothing exciting. Yeah, so I'll check back with you in a little while. Bye. Hey guys. Goodness. It is Saturday, August 8th. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon. I just got up. Not exactly. I got up at 3:45 and got in the shower because it's storming. You might hear some thunder in the background. I had grand plans to get up this morning before noon and do some adulting stuff and read and that kind of thing. Instead, I slept until about 3:30. And so now I'm in the process of eating dinner and getting ready to go to my night shift. So, yeah. Haven't read anything. I will probably do some reading on my way to work, though, or listening to my audiobook, and while I'm waiting to go inside to clock in, and then on my way home. Tomorrow should be a better day, though. So I'm going to end that for here. I've got to get ready for work and finish eating, so there's a little bit of thunder there. So anyway, I will check back in with y'all later tonight or sometime tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it is almost midnight on Sunday, September 9th. Not a lot going on today. Tomorrow is Jillian's 10th birthday, so we had family birthday earlier today. And then I took Jillian to Barnes & Noble to spend her birthday money there, and she got 6 books, and I ended up picking up 4 books myself. I picked up some poetry books. I got a new Charles Bukowski book. This is Betting on the Muse, Poems and Stories. This is a collection that was actually published after his death, from works that he had saved or whatever. And then I picked up this one, Bittersweet Love by Michael Faudet, I think is how you say it. I have his 2 other books. This is the second book of the 3, Dirty Pretty Things and Smoke and Mirrors. But Bittersweet Love was one I didn't have yet, and I've been looking for it, and my Barnes & Noble had it, so I grabbed it. And then I picked up Ariel, Poems by Sylvia Plath, and Whiskey Words and a Shovel by R.H. Sin. So if you can't tell what kind of mood I'm in right now, that should do it for you. I did finish up 5 Summers a few minutes ago, and it was okay. It was cute. I gave it 3 stars. It had some good stories about, it was a good story about friendship and not letting boys come in between you and your friends and that kind of thing. Nothing spectacular. There were parts of it that were very YA, very, very, very YA, and I was like trudging through. But overall, it was okay. It was about 5 stars. I mean, it was about 3 stars. Jeez, I can't talk. I am fixing to start tomorrow. I'll start Adultery by Paulo Coelho, or I don't know. But I picked it up for a prompt from the Read Harder Challenge, and so that's what I'm listening to that one for. It sounded kind of interesting when I read the synopsis of it, when I was looking for a book that fit the challenge. It's the one where you have to read a book based off of certain countries, Brazil, Colombia, something else, I don't remember. I think this one takes place in Colombia. So yeah, we'll start that tomorrow, and that's all I've got, guys, I guess. Since it's Sunday night, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this vlog up, and I'll start fresh tomorrow with the new week's vlog. So if you enjoy these videos, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit subscribe, and if you're not already subscribed, and I will talk to you later. Bye.